Welcome to EPG Pathshala on the subject Social Medicine and Community Health. I, Professor P.P. Mishra, working in the Department of Community Medicine, Institute of Medical Sciences, Banaras, Indian University, shall be discussing the module National Health Policy 2017. This module belongs to the paper National Health Policies and Programs. This has been developed by a team comprising of myself, Dr. Devendra Kumar Taneja from New Delhi, myself along with TKSB are the content writer, and Dr. G. Tandon, ex-professor and head of Department of Community Medicine, IMS BHU, is the content reviewer. The learning objectives that have been set for this session is: number one, one should be able to state goals, various goals of National Health Policy 2017. Number two, one should be able to enumerate key policy principles. One should be able to list the objectives of National Health Policy. One should be able to identify specific quantitative goals and their objectives in terms of health status and program impact, in terms of health system performance, and in terms of health system strengthening. Besides these learning objectives, the two other learning objectives that are being considered for this module is identify policy thrust areas and their relevance, and mention key issues pertaining to various national health programs. National Health Policy 2017 has realized the growing burden of non-communicable diseases and some infectious diseases, emergence of robust healthcare industry, and growing incidence of catastrophic expenditures due to healthcare costs and rising economic growth enables enhanced fiscal capacity. Therefore, a new health policy responsive to these contextual changes is required, and in this context, this policy has been evolved. The primary aim of the National Health Policy 2017 is to inform, clarify, strengthen, and prioritize the role of government in setting health system in all its dimensions, in terms of investment in health, organization of healthcare services, prevention of disease, and promotion of good health through cross-sectoral actions, access to technologies, developing human resources, encouraging medical pluralism, building knowledge base, delivering better financial protection strategies, and strengthening regulation and health insurance. Now, it is clear that the goals, principles, and objectives of this program have been well laid down, and it aims at provision of highest possible level of health and well-being for all, at all stages, through a preventive and promotive healthcare orientation in all developmental policies, and universal access to good quality healthcare services without anyone having to face hardship as a consequence. The Government of India realizes the fact that there is a catastrophic out-of-pocket expenditure in terms of healthcare, and this leads to around 2% of the people to go below poverty line every year. So, therefore, government has attempted through this policy to provide highest possible level of health and well-being, and through preventive, promotive, and preventive and curative services. Key policy principles are: number one, professionalism, integrity, and ethics. The policy clearly emphasizes that professionalism, there should be an element of professionalism, high integrity, and ethical issues must be taken into account. Second, it talks of equity and in our provision of health care. Third, affordability, that people should be able to afford the services. Universality, that is universal health coverage or universal access, so that each and every people can avail the health services without constraints of cost, speed, ability to pay, and geographical access. Patient-centered approach, and quality of care. Quality of care being emphasized because it is believed that satisfied client is the best motivator of utilization of health services. Unfortunately, the utilization of public health sector has not been up to the mark, and one of the major issues that comes into this for me is the quality of care. Accountability. Each and every person working in the system must be accountable for what they are doing, what they are supposed to do. Inclusive partnerships, inclusive growth, inclusive partnerships. Everybody must be share the responsibility, and everybody has different role to play in the entire system. That's the policy of that's the key policy, one of the key policy principles of National Health Policy 2017. Pluralism. By the term pluralism, we mean that in India there are various, besides allopathic system, there are many other systems prevalent, like Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, and all must be brought into the ambit of the provision of health. Decentralization has been emphasized several times, but in the true sense, decentralization means the public involvement from the periphery in the provision of healthcare. Dynamism and addictiveness to the program is desired. Progressively achieve, the objectives that have been set is we should be able to achieve progressively universal health coverage. Ensuring availability of free, comprehensive primary health care services for all aspects of reproductive, maternal, child and adolescent health, and for the most prevalent communicable and non-communicable and occupational diseases in the population. Optimum use of existing manpower infrastructure as available in the health sector. Ensuring improved access and affordability of quality secondary and tertiary care services through a combination of public hospitals and well-measured strategic purchasing of services in health care district areas from private care providers, especially that not-for-profit providers. So, there's in the provision of universal health care, we have to emphasize on the public sector services, but in the areas of deficits, private sector may be involved. So, public-private partnership mode can be taken into account. However, this system requires accreditation and quality assurance. Achieving a significant reduction out of pocket expenditure due to healthcare costs and achieving reduction in the proportion of household expenditure experiencing catastrophic health expenditure and consequent scheme for waste management. Second important aspect is reinforcing trust in the public health care system. Unfortunately, in spite of having a very huge public health infrastructure, the trust of the public is very less. So, we have to reinforce making public health care system predictable, efficient, patient-centric, affordable, and effective with a comprehensive package of services and products that meet immediate health care needs of most of the people. Third objective is align the growth of private public health care sector with public health goals, influence the operation and growth of the private health care sector and medical technologies to ensure alignment with public health goals. Specific quantitative goals and objectives of National Health Policy 2017 is outlined under three broad components. The first component is health status and program impact. Second is health system performance, and third is health system strengthening. So basically, the goals and objectives in this case the National Health Policy 2017 revolve around health status and program impact, health system performance, health system strengthening. Health status and program impact related objectives are life expectancy and healthy life. There are two elements. We have to enhance life expectancy and we have to provide we take care that everybody is healthy, living a healthy, productive life. A increase in life expectancy at birth from 67.5 to 70 by 2025. Establish regular tracking of disability adjusted life years daily index as a measure of burden of disease, and it extends major categories by 2022. Reduction of total fertility rate to 2.1 national and sub-national levels by 2025. Because once we reach TFR, it means we have reached to replacement fertility, which we were supposed to reach by 2010, but unfortunately at national level we have not reached that. Some of the states have reached that level, but they still in this area and have to take care. Then mortality by age and by cause. So reduce under 5 mortality to 23 by 2025, and MMR from current levels to 100. Current level is 167 to 100 per 100,000 by birth by 2020. Reduce infant mortality rate to 28 by 2019, that is 2019. Reduce neonatal mortality rate to 16 and stillbirth rate to single digit by 2025. Reduction of disease prevalence and incidence, particularly achieve global target of 2020, which is also termed as target of 90 to 94. HIV is 90% of all people living with HIV know, and they are going under treatment. Achieve and maintain elimination status of leprosy by 2018, Kala-Azar by 2017, and lymphatic filariasis in endemic pockets by 2017. To achieve and maintain a cure rate of 85% in new sputum positive patients for TB and to reduce incidence of new cases to reach elimination by 2025. To reduce the prevalence of blindness to 0.25 per thousand by 2025 and disease burden by 1/3 from current levels. To reduce premature mortality from cardiovascular diseases, cancer, diabetes, or chronic respiratory disease by 25% by 2025. Health system performance. Coverage of health services has to be enhanced. Increase utilization of public health facilities by 50% from current level by 2025. 50% enhancement. Antenatal care coverage to be sustained about 90% in skilled attendance at birth, 90% by 2025. More than 90% of newborns are fully immunized by 1 year of age by 2025. Need of family planning coverage above 90% at national and sub-national level by 2025. 80% of male hypertensive or diabetic individuals at household level maintain controlled disease status. Cross-sectional goals related to health. Relative reduction in prevalence of current tobacco use by 50% by 2020 and 30% by 2025. Tobacco-related menace has to be curtailed, and the goal that is set by this is quite achievable. It's motivational efforts by initiative in the community. Reduction of 20% in the prevalence of stunting of under 5 children by 2025. Access to safe and sanitation to all by 2020. Swachh Bharat Mission. Reduction of occupational injury by half from current levels of 334 per lakh agricultural workers by 2020. National and state tracking of the selected health behavior. The third component relates to health system spending. Health finance. Increase health expenditure by government as percentage of GDP from the existing 1.1% to 2.5% by 2025. Increase state sector health spending to more than 8% of their budget by 2020. Decreasing the proportion of households facing catastrophic health expenditure from the current level by 25% by 2025. Health infrastructure and human resource development. will receive priority. Insurability of paramedics and doctors as per Indian Public Health Standard norms in high priority district by 2020. Indian Public Health Standards have been let down, and that IPHS specifies the norms for human resource, and accordingly health infrastructure and human resource must be strengthened. Increase community health volunteers to population ratio as per IPHS norms in high priority districts by 2025. Establish primary secondary care facility as per norms in high priority districts, population as well as time to reach norms by 2025. National Policy 2017 has identified loose structure, health management information, ensure district level electronic databases of information on health system components by 2020. So first thing, new structure that needs to be undertaken, that the health system must ensure district level electronic databases of information. Strengthening the health surveillance system and establish registries for disease of public health importance by 2020. These registries will provide significant gains and also sustain the immense value in provision of health care for that particular health condition. Establish federated integrated health information architecture, health information exchanges and health information network by 2025. Lastly, the two important areas in this program is policy thrust and the relevance. One must ensure adequate investment. The system must be geared up to provide preventive and promotive health care along with curative backup. 7 priority areas for the environment for health: Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, balanced healthy diets and regular exercises, addressing tobacco, alcohol and substance abuse, Yatri Suraksha, preventive death due to rail and road traffic accidents, Nirbhaya Nari, action against gender violence, reduce stress and improve safety in the workplace, and reducing indoor and outdoor air pollution. If these components are taken into account, both communicable and non-communicable diseases can be, particularly non-communicable diseases can be taken care of, and other behavioral issues can be taken care of. Organization of public health care delivery. The policy proposes 7 key policy steps in organizing healthcare services. Primary care, from selective care to assured comprehensive care with linkages to referral hospitals. Secondary and tertiary care, from an input-oriented to an output-based strategic purchasing. Public hospitals, from user fees and cost recovery to assured free drugs, diagnostic and emergency services to all. Infrastructure and human resource development, from normative approach to targeted approach to reach the underserved areas. Urban health, from total interventions to on-scale assured interventions to organize primary health care delivery and referral support from urban poor. Collaboration with other sectors to address wider determinants of urban health is advocated. And Government of India has already started the concept of having primary health centers and community health centers in urban areas. And there is every, particularly based on vulnerability analysis and addressing issues particularly in the urban slums. National Health Program, integration with health system for program effectiveness and in turn contributing to strengthening of health system for efficiency. Ayush services from standalone to 3-dimensional mainstreaming. So, streamlining Ayush in the main system is the key issue. Key issues. Lastly, I would like to discuss some of the key issues pertaining to various national health programs. And in this, RMNCHA plus A means adolescents. reproductive, maternal, nutrition and child health services along with care of adolescents. That program has identified key strategies and key program components to deliver adapting lifestyle circular food. Child and adolescent health. It is realized that adolescent health has been quite well neglected, and so it was assumed that they are healthy population, but these adolescent health are because of they are in the transitional phase, and because of lot of pressures from, they are not only facing physical health problems, but they have mental and psychological stress as well, and therefore guidance and for these problems in adolescent has to be taken into account, and this policy has played an important role in this aspect. Interventions to address malnutrition and micronutrient deficiency. Despite of tremendous progress in economic front, although serious form of malnutrition is declined, but overall prevalence of malnutrition remains a significant problem. Macronutrient deficiency. It is not that we don't have food supplies are kept up to the ability of the country level, particularly grains is adequate. However, there are distribution problems and public distribution system and other issues, particularly food security act, is likely to take care of these aspects. Micronutrient deficiency, that is hidden hunger, is a big problem, and that needs to be addressed in a comprehensive manner. Universal immunization, that is more than 90% children must be immunized, particularly infants, by and program specifically emphasizes upon universal coverage. Communicable disease control, control of tuberculosis, control of HIV and AIDS, leprosy elimination, vector-borne disease control. These are important priority areas that have been identified by the National Health Policy, and there what important first areas have been also emphasized in this National Health Policy 2017. Recognizing the emergence of obesity and their consequences in terms of hypertension and diabetes, non-communicable diseases, including cancer, needs to be prioritized, and actions have been studied against the area. Mental health, because till date we are focusing primarily on physical dimensions of health, but mental health is quite common. If you look at the theme of this year's WHO Day, is the depression. It simply highlights that because of lot of stress, lot of strain, people are not in sound mental health. And for that purpose, the national policy emphasizes on some measures that should be taken into account: yoga, meditation, and also provision of mental health services at the primary health care level is desired. Population stabilization has been considered as a key issue because in spite of so many efforts, the population replacement fertility rate by 2022 has been not achieved, and population stabilization remains still a policy laid down clear-cut guidelines for this. Women's health and gender mainstreaming. In fact, RCA developing child health program and gender mainstreaming are key issues to education and to their empowerment, to their participation in workforce and so on. Gender-based violence has to be reduced, and supportive supervision in all key programs required. Emergency care and disaster preparedness, mainstreaming the potential of IUs, tertiary care services, human resource for health for this purpose, particularly medical education, attracting and retaining doctors in remote areas, specialist attraction and retention, mid-level service providers, nursing education, ASHA, paramedical skill upgradation, public health management cadre creation, human resource governance and leadership development, financing of healthcare, purchasing of health services, collaboration with non-governmental sector engagement with private sector is an important issue. Capacity building, skill development programs for them, corporate social responsibility. The benefit of this CSR must be taken in a supplementary manner, not a replacement manner. Mental health care program, disaster management, strategic purchasing and stewardship, enhancing accessibility in private sector, role in immunization, disease surveillance, tissue and organ transplantation, Make in India program, and health information systems, and institutionalizing private sector, training and skill upgradation, regulatory framework, professional education regulations of clinical establishments, regulation of clinical establishments, food safety, drug regulation, medical device regulation, clinical trial regulation, pricing, drugs, medical and devices. These issues are being policies taken care of. Vaccine testing, medical technologies, public procurement, availability of drugs and medical devices, aligning other policies for medical devices and equipment with health for public health goals, improving public sector capacity for making essential drugs and vaccines, because infections will be based on provision of essential drugs and vaccines. Antimicrobial resistance has to be taken into account by having antimicrobial policy, health technology assessment, digital health technology ecosystem, application of digital health, leveraging of digital tools for IUs, health surveys and health research, studying knowledge for health, drug innovation and discovery. Government has also policy and government are conscious of that. There should be enough emphasis on this research. This research must provide key guidelines for particularly this operations research must provide key guidelines for improvement of health, development of information databases and research collaboration from other organizations. Certainly, good governance is key to success, and governance institutions have been enough emphasized in the national policies. Role of center and state must be clearly laid down. Role of panchayat raj institutions, including accountability and legal framework for healthcare and health pathways, and implementation framework for and way forward. So the policy deals with that. That is how things can be taken care of for the ways to move way forward. Now, just to summarize, that National Health Policy draft came into the year 2015, and based on the lot of the dates, National Health Policy has been evolved, which has laid down clear-cut goals, strategies, policies, and programs, and also identifies specific quantitative goals to be achieved in the areas of health status and program impact, health system strengthening, and also health system performance. The policy is also identified key policy thrusts and also mentioned key issues pertaining to various national health programs. National Policy 2017 is likely to provide direction to development of national health services in India and integration of modern and Indian system of medicine, and also integration of public and private sectors on optimizing health provision of health services to the benefit of the masses. Thank you very much for this.